What's up, guys? Welcome to the Pro Mod experience. Something I'm going to try to do consistently throughout the year, whether we be at a national event, NHRA national event, or some outlaw 8th mile deal like we are this weekend. Something I'm going to try to bring to you every time we take the Pro Mod out. This weekend we are at Bradenton Motorsports Park in Bradenton, Florida for the 50th anniversary of the Snowbird Outlaw Nationals. Victor Alvarez bought this track several years ago. Really a cool place. I've raced radials here. I've raced Pro Mods here. I actually got my Pro Mod license here back in January. And really just a cool track to come to, and kind of your only choice in North America, at least, if you are going to race in the winter. But we really enjoy coming here. This weekend, Victor raised the bar, paying $50,000 to win Outlaw Pro Mod, one of the richest Pro Mod drag races of the year. Brought out some heavy hitters. I've been asked a lot why we aren't bringing the turbo car. There's a lot that goes into switching a car over from NHRA legal to Outlaw 8th mile legal trim, regardless of what the combination is. A little more labor intensive and requires a lot more testing to get an NHRA legal turbo car competitive in Outlaw 8th mile trim. So we converted the car that Alex Laughlin drove earlier this year in NHRA Pro Mod, the 67 GT500 Mustang, was already set up for Pro Charger. Made the few changes that it takes to make one of those cars competitive in Outlaw 8th mile, and that is what we are running this weekend. We actually broke a transmission on the dyno on Monday night, so the guys are fixing that this morning. We are going to do some testing today, testing tomorrow, which will be Thursday. We qualify Friday, Saturday. Not sure if there's a round of eliminations Saturday night or not. Usually there is, and with 50 Pro Mods on the property, which there'll only be 32 come race time, so I guess we'll see. But and then most of the race will be on Sunday. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and then click that bell icon with the way YouTube works and stuff. That helps us a lot. So hope you guys enjoy it. All right, here we are in the pits. The boys got it set up. We have a transmission and converter swap underway already. Saw some things on the hub dyno we didn't like, so we're changing that up. Mike's servicing the rear end. Just about got that ready to go back in. Take a little look around the rest of the pit. Pro Charger set up for the 8th mile this weekend, just a little more competitive than our quarter-mile twin turbo setup. Go over here and take a look at our new number on the door. Pretty pumped up about that. We finished 6th in NHRA Pro Mod points, so we're going to run the number 6 this year, and obviously all of 22, so I'm pretty excited about that. Converter and tranny swap is almost complete. Mike's got the rear end back together, putting a fresh set of Hoosier 36s on this thing. Get ready to burn those in here in a little bit. The boys are working hard. Who we got? Oh, shh. He's thinking. It's dangerous. Just about ready to warm this thing up and get testing started here. Here's a prime example of something that has been barnetted or broken. They're two in the same. They have the same meaning if you look them up on the Urban Dictionary or wherever you get your definitions from. Barnetted and broken, same exact thing. Same thing. All right, so as you could probably see and hear, if you're watching the gear shifter and then listening to the engine, that stator is not going to work. You couldn't even hear the tone of the engine change as the gear shifter moves, so way too loose. We're going to swap that thing out and try to get it back in the lanes before they close them here in just a few minutes. So the guys are working fast, and we're going to try to get this thing back up there for one more rip. Shook the tires pretty good there. We do have time to get it back up since we didn't make a full pull and don't need to really cool it down and service it. So we're going to hurry up, try to get to the lanes before they close them down, and try to get one more in before today's over. First run, we go right down the racetrack. Not fast. We threw it back together over the past several weeks to come out here and run at the Snowbirds off the trailer. It's not fast, but it goes down the racetrack, and 2 passes in a row we've shook. But just trying to get this thing back figured out again. You know, we haven't ran it in true 8th mile trim. So just taking a few licks to get it right. It was a little closer that time, made it a little bit farther, but still went out there and shook pretty good. So just got to keep pecking away. These things are ill-tempered at times, so you just kind of gotta baby them along. You gotta be nice to them, rub on them just a little bit, but we'll get it.
Here comes the man that might as well get the. I know they don't have that award, but he might as well get the gold Lenko Award for this year, even though they're automatic.
If there was such thing as the CarCraft All-Star team anymore, Barnett would be a first-vote All-Star.
Totally.
2 wins in his rookie season in HRA. Fantastic stuff. One down there at Dallas. One again late in the season. It was just a great rookie season for him. And, you know, they made that switch back to the turbo car. People said you can't win in a turbo car. When you drive it like Michael Myers killing people on Halloween, that is how you drive a turbo car. I mean, you watch this dude get locked in a race like this. It's going to be a 5-round race, 32 cars. This is the guy you watching around. First round will be like 30, then he shades it to like a 20, and then he finds a spot. I mean, he can crush the tree multiple rounds in a row when he gets comfortable in there.
Absolutely, he's a great driver.
He's intense too. The guy does not take this lightly. That's another thing I like about him. Races with a very high level of intensity.
Oh, look at this. They've switched, huh? Bodies.
Yeah.
Look at the burnout there, man. Lighten it up. Chevrolet versus Ford in this round.
It's Modern Racing. You know, Modern Racing, incredible operation down there. Justin Elks and everybody, and they decided this was the weapon they wanted to pull out of the.
Where's that located?
North Carolina, I believe. Yeah. Barnett from Gastonia, North Carolina. That's Lyle's dad, as he always is in front of the windshield of those cars to send him down the racetrack.
Nice guy too. All right, Lyle, let's see what you got, man. Wow, he's got a race car is what he's got. Look at that, 365. Goes into that middle of that fest that's happening there in the 65s in his Pro Mod field. 205 miles per hour. Barnett finds number 6 in qualifying. Making that move and keeping it cool. Here comes a real red race. I'm telling you, all red, ready to go downtown right here. The Axeman coming up here, Tower Side. Marcus Burt's going to roll up in the left lane out of Gray, Georgia, in their Chevrolet Corvette, number 21 in qualifying, and they get the kid. Yeah!
If you have a pulse and an IQ larger than your shoe size, you should be extremely excited about this matchup. Two guys that can absolutely destroy the Christmas tree. Two cars that ran within 200ths of each other. Two guys that, beyond anything else in their lives, the one thing these guys both hate to do is lose.
Absolutely, man. And the numbers are pretty cool, 21 and 12. Flip it around, it could be 12 on any given day here in the left lane and 21 in the right lane, and either of them could win.
You know, Barnett,
I love
is
the way you
on
put
it.
that up. You know, the Axeman and the Junior Axeman.
Forget about it. Forget about both of it. Both of these guys are going to come at it on the starting line. It will be aggression. Sometimes you look at drivers from the stage list, I don't know how this guy's going to hit the tree. I can tell you right now, both of these guys are going to leave with an O as the first digit, maybe the first two.
We'll find out, man, as they get ready to go. Keither Sutherland down there ready to pull Marcus Bird in. As he'll take a look, Craig Anderson and all the guys and gals down there working with that team. Got his daughter Haley down there, or Harley, excuse me. It is such a good thing. Miss Louisiana, we are ready to rock and roll. It's red, it's black stripe, it's Chevy and Ford right here in this round. A Pro Modified for $50,000 at the 50th annual. They're tapping the hood. Time to put that Pat Newsy nitrous oxide behemoth to work to see if you can hang with that Pro Charger. They're going to the top light right now, into the lights. Bert's the last one into the beams. Here we go.
Crush job on his starting line. Barnett's 14, but here comes Mert. It's going to be Barnett on a whole shot. 0-14 reaction time, 371.5 beats a 370. Burt, unfortunately for him, was 0-62, and Barnett's car from that 14 line all the way to the end of the racetrack ahead.
You were so on it right there. 0-14 on the tree, 0-6. I'll tell you what, had the better ET down there on the top end, but just got beat on that hole shot, man. What a drag race.
45, red light. Ken Cartuccio was not messing around, though. 27 reaction time. The car goes 68 in the heat. Lyle Barnett and Scott Wildgust. This is going to be a good one.
14 fast Pro Mods still sitting back there, waiting to go to the 8. Who will it be? Lyle Barnett will be here at the tower side in the Motion Raceworks. Look at that burnout, man. Oh, Canada. The Canadian gets up on the tire there in the right lane. Both Mustangs, both 1967. Only one with the heart to win here today. Who's it going to be?
This is where we will see Lyle Barnett likely at his best. He comes in at about a half a tenth disadvantage on paper, having run 371.5 in the last round against Wildgust crushing 366.6. Wildgust out of Ontario, Canada. Smokey's Garage is the sponsor. And as mentioned, a pair of 67 Shelby GT500 Mustangs. For Barnett, Motion Raceworks, Elite Motorsports, and Modern Racing. Handling the sponsorship side of his operation. Some very smart people, very capable people, including Justin Elks. Elks from Modern Racing, making those final wheelie bar adjustments, one of the best and most sought-after chassis men in drag racing. But does Scott Wildgust simply have too much available power out of that 521 cubic inch screw-blown Hemi?
Kid in the left lane just attracts people. He does. They just, after reading about all the devastating things that he went through years back, but he attracts people with his strength, man, and his, you know the word, he wants to just go out and show it can be done.
He crushed them. Oh, but he rattled the tires. 007, but he is outrun. Lyle Barnett stood up and did deliver with a 007 reaction time, but Scott Wildgust took advantage of a tire-shaking run for Barnett. Wildgust goes 367.9, outrunning a 379.2.
Your thought. I just want to get your thoughts on the numbers. What would they, if the tires would have been a smooth run? Because at the reaction time he got them,
had he not shaken the tires, lights out, it's over with. Because he had a ton on the starting line. The 60-foot times were identical to the thou.
But he's still ahead.
Still ahead, then he shakes the tires and Wild Gus drives by. Scott Wild Gus earned it. 367 puts him in the next round.